Jeffrey Dahmer killed his first victim in 1978. Stephen Hicks was a hitchhiker who was picked up by Jeffrey, a recent high school graduate, and taken to his parents' home in Ohio. When Hicks tried to leave, Jeffrey hit him in the head and used a barbell to strangle him. He had previously given Hicks alcohol and engaged in sexual activity with him. He killed 16 additional individuals between 1978 and 1991, and what's even creepier is that he had sex with some of their bodies, preserved certain body parts, and ate others, according to accounts at the time. Jeffrey had murdered 17 men and boys by the time he was finally apprehended, including Oliver Lacey, 23, Joseph Bradehoft, 25, Jamie Dockstader, 14, Richard Guerrero, 25, Anthony Hughes, 31, and many others from Milwaukee. In the end, Jeffrey's 1992 Milwaukee trial saw him facing 15 counts of first-degree murder charges. He initially admitted guilt but afterwards changed his plea to one of insanity. In May of that same year, a jury in Ohio found Jeffrey guilty of all charges. Jeffrey was then given 15 consecutive life sentences and a 16th life sentence. After the trial, Jeffrey was transferred to Portage, Wisconsin's Columbia Correctional Institution. He was first isolated from the rest of the prisoners, but he persuaded authorities to let him interact with them. While incarcerated, Jeffrey became religious, and a local clergyman gave him permission to be baptized. On November 28, 1994, Christopher Scarver, another prisoner, brutally murdered Jeffrey. Scarver took advantage of the opportunity to confront Dahmer about his misdeeds after an officer left him and them alone with the two prisoners, including Dahmer. According to Scarver, Jeffrey had a disturbing sense of humor that included dressing up prison food as artificial limbs and ketchup to resemble blood. Scarver also thought there was a connection between Dahmer's death and the officers who vanished at the time. But when pressed further, he remained silent out of concern for his safety. Scarver was given 2 consecutive life sentences plus 30 years in jail in 1995 after pleading no contest. Jeffrey Dahmer and Christopher Scarver were both prisoners at the same time. Scarver received a life sentence in jail before killing Dahmer for the 1990 murder of Wisconsin Conservation Corps employee Stephen Lohman. Following his recent termination from the company, Scarver came back to his place of employment to seek payment from the site manager and shot Lohman 3 times. After Jeffrey passed away, his brain was held in formaldehyde at the state pathologist's office while his parents debated whether to cremate their son. Evidently, his mother favored brain research. In the end, his body and brain were both cremated, and his parents received the ashes.